Hello all, my name is Khalil Baker, and the technology that I will be presenting to you all today is Dvsport. Dvsport is an app that allows for coaches and athletes to review and replay things such as practices, workouts, and games as well. It is very easy to use and is a great way for athletes and coaches to make the corrections necessary to not only better themselves and the team, but to also get an upper hand on your opponent as well. Dvsport is available on iOS and the Google Play Store, and you can also access it from the internet as well on most devices. Dvsport has been and is still used within the NFL, the CFL, and the NCAA as well. It can also be used for instant replays and challenges right there on the spot with crisp, clear footage being shown to help to make the correct calls on the field. Also, for the analytic guys that like numbers, you are able to plug in formations, concepts, etc. and see percentages for those deals. This also allows for position coaches to make separate groups to review certain things. You can also see who is logging in and how much time they are spending on clips and overall time they've been watching film. The short video will explain and show how Dvsport is used in the college football world.
For the Red Raiders of the second half, Daigie's going to throw right side, Javon Bell, end zone, touchdown Red Raiders.
Daigie finding the groove.
For all intents and purposes, his performance was excellent, but there are areas that need work, and Daigie will use the flight home to begin the process of improvement.
We get the game on our iPads within about 30 minutes, so we're able to, watch and grade a lot of the film, before we ever get back to Lubbock.
Chris and his staff do a great job of getting the film on there after the game, so it just speeds the process up of getting ready for the next opponent.
We'll go to a game, we'll play the football game. Once we get on the plane and the coaches and players can watch the game in HD from the back of the play to the side of the play from all angles, they can watch it in slow motion, they can back it up, and we can show it to the players on the plane coming home. That's how immediate this filming process is now.
Grading each offensive lineman, I got 5 guys. I have to give those guys a grade on every play on their assignment. Do they know who they're blocking, and then the technique in which they're executing their blocks. And so it's a long process, at least 3 to 4 hours to be thorough, so that you're making the corrections that you need to make to get ready for the next week.
Basically, I watch it just to kind of critique all my plays, view the ones that I may have messed up on, and kind of figure out what happened, and then just figure out, if I did everything that I was coached to do, and if they played exactly the way that we prepared for, and things like that.
Where he's at in his point, his progression or maturation as a quarterback is most of the time I don't have to tell him. He understands what mistakes he made or what he did wrong. And it's always good for him to come in to our meeting on Sunday knowing kind of what his mistakes were.
Basically everything that Coach Brown's going to coach me on, I just kind of already know it in my head going into a film session with him.
Probably the biggest change of anything that I've seen in my tenure as being an assistant or a coordinator or a head coach is how film is handled. And we're much better coached. We're much better prepped for games now because of that. Players have the opportunity now to get on their computer in their apartments, and if they want to watch last year's cut up of the Oklahoma game in terms of third down in 7 yards to 10 yards, our defensive players can pull it up and watch that. It's one of the most amazing things that I've ever seen, and it's kind of like we just invented the wheel. There'll be more things invented and changed on our video and editing system. It has really made high school and college and pro football that much better a sport because of the way the technology has changed over the last, I'd say, 15, 17 years.
Some benefits of Dvsport is that you do not have to only use it for film and practice. You can also use it to record and go over drills and exercises. As mentioned in the video, it allows for the athlete to see and visualize how they can make the corrections on the field. I think Dvsport would be a great investment for any program that is trying to build a championship caliber team, regardless of what the sport is. It is easy to access and always available as long as you have Wi-Fi. The film is in HD, the app is free, and it allows coaches to review and grade players effectively and efficiently.